really quick hook of Cedric Mullins by Malachi Moore.
Strike three called. And Nick's been thrown out of the ball game. He just put a mark down in the dirt as to where that pitch was. So he's been ejected.
And you can see Aaron Boone clearly not happy, and I don't blame him.
Well, they're going to overturn this catch, and then the run will score, and the inning will continue. And he just got thrown out.
Well, I think if you're allowed to wear Scooby-Doo shoes, to wear black shoes with white baseballs painted on your left foot.
Here comes Torey Lovullo.
Yep, here we go.
And Gabe Morales.
Torey Lovullo is unhappy with Gabe Morales, and Torey Lovullo has just been ejected. I think he's upset with the pitch timer too, how Gabe Morales is starting and stopping the hitters' clocks.
And that's it for the skipper.
Well, Brian Snitker's not very happy. He may not be around for much longer. Look at Walsh trying to get in the way. And it's got tossed. First time this year Brian Snitker has been ejected from a ball game. Here he goes. Well, it's not often the skipper gets ejected when things are going as well as they are right now. But Brian Snitker will have an early exit to the showers here.
This is a continuation of a discussion that was held when Herman came off the mound at the end of the third inning. A long discussion after he was checked by first base umpire James Hoy, who's the crew chief. Afterward, now this is at the end of the top of the third, Hoy had an extended conversation with Boone, and now Herman tried to take the mound. He's been intercepted here. He does not have his glove with him, and so we're not sure whether he's going to be able to continue to pitch in this game or not. During the break, we've seen Herman smell his hands, show his hands to the umpire, but I think we are very likely going to see a new Yankee pitcher. And Herman does have a glove on now, but something was amiss as he was checked coming off the mound after the third inning. The umpires are now conferring in fair territory. This was coming off the mound. That's James Hoy, the crew chief, checking his hands and the glove. And then afterwards, Hoy went to talk to Aaron Boone. And so Herman came out to start his warm-up tosses, and Hoy again intercepted him. And the umpires have had a conference and now are explaining whatever their judgment is to Herman and Aaron Boone.
If it has to be that long of a discussion, that means something. There's smoke, there's fire.
Well, but now here is Herman with his glove on, going back to the mound where he will presumably start his warm-up tosses. And now Rocco Baldelli's out here to say, hey, what the heck's going on here? If he had something in his glove, on his hands, he needs to come out of the game. And if he didn't, why are we waiting? What was all this about?
Well, it's safe to say that first time through the lineup, he was pretty nasty. 6 Ks, 3 ground balls at shortstop.
So without knowing for sure what the discussion was along the first base line, I can pretty much guarantee you what this discussion's about along the third base line. Hey, if you caught him with something, he's got to go. What was the point of the umpires conferring, all 4 of them, across the foul line into fair territory? And I think Rocco's getting increasingly agitated here because Herman looks like he's going to continue to pitch.
There had to be something to it. The first umpire was talking by himself, and he had to call the other 3 umpires for help.
And Rocco, I'd be surprised if he doesn't get ejected. And there he goes. And I think he's got a really good point. There was some reason that Herman was stopped for an extended check along the first baseline as he exited the mound after the top of the third, and again before he took the mound in the fourth. But there he is on the rubber.
In between innings, Oliver Marmol and Will Little were having a not so pleasant conversation about the strike zone in the third inning, and Marmol has just been excused.
The conversation went on for a little bit too, and I basically think the whole thing here is, that's great, you gave us a pitch at the end, but you cost us a run with the bases loaded, and I think that's kind of the gist of this conversation right now.
Well, he got his money's worth, and Lance Barksdale comes in, breaks that up. Fourth career ejection for Marmol, his first this year.
Spores tries to get the bottom of the zone.
That was a tough one right there. Looked like he did exactly what he wanted.
Bacchus hearing it from the Rangers dugout. He said that's about enough. Somebody's gone.
Mike Maddox is on that top step, but that might be Boch who's getting after it. I think Bruce Bochy is showing some of the frustration. There you see it. Got him.
And now Bruce Bochy out to get his money's worth here.
We've talked about it. That last pitch probably was a strike. But for the most part, Bacchus has not missed many calls tonight, at least in our vantage point.
Veteran manager has had enough. As Diaz, crew chief, comes out there to break it up. Boch wasn't happy. He made that known.
Does it, bounced into a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play second inning. So it's like, okay, solo home run, man on first, 2 quick outs.
Somebody's just got tossed from the Rockies dugout.
Adam Hammery giving it to somebody. I don't know who it was. It was Bud Black or a player, but Adam reached the boiling point. Oh, he ran somebody. He did run somebody. Did he toss Buddy, or he's just yelling
it's not Buddy.
Or is it someone else?
Somebody else.
That's P.J. Pilateri, who's one of the assistant hitting coaches.
That always gets me, is like, how do you know if you have your mask on?
The umpires did another check of Max Scherzer, and after a heated discussion, Scherzer has been ejected from the game, presumably for having a sticky substance on his hand. The crew chief, Dan Bellino, did the ejecting, and now Buck Showalter in conversation with Bellino as Scherzer has been ejected from the game. So he had his glove switched earlier, and they're looking at the second glove, and they were looking at his pitching hand as well.
Well, what Cuzzy was telling, and Bellino got involved, is that even though it's a new glove, it feels like the old glove. Or did Max go back to the old glove and try to take whatever substance was on it or on his hand off the glove? That might be the case. He might have brought the old glove back. I mean, Buck Showalter has said that you could ask about every pitcher in baseball using sticky substances every inning. And this has become a real crazy time here in Los Angeles.
So this was right before the last half inning that Scherzer pitched, before the top of the third. And put some tape on his glove hand.
Is that to secure the pitch comm inside of his glove? Maybe that's what that's for. So maybe the tape inside the glove produces some sticky stuff that leaves a remnant on Max's hand. Max is saying that the sticky stuff is on my left hand. I don't throw with my left hand. Wow.
I would have thought that Buck would have been run here.
Yeah, you would think for.
I mean, he let him have it, but he's not thrown out of the game.
Well, you can understand Bellino wanted to let Buck say his piece, because this is a huge call on the umpire's part.
Comes Vargas, pops it up. Alonso's had a hard time finding the ball in the sun today. He makes the grab and ends the inning.
There's no
Second ejection of the day. First was Max Scherzer for foreign substance. And now it's Robert Van Scoyoc for letting Dan Bellino know what he thinks about his strike zone today.